Hello, good evening everybody. Having some technical difficulties, so I changed rooms. Okay, I changed rooms. It's a different position. Okay, hello. Hi guys. Hi Fiona, hi Jenny. Hi Betty. Hi Yi. Hi guys. Hello. Hi Amani. And for Angela from New York City. Awesome. Great. Hello. Yes. Hi Amani. Hi. Yes. Hi Thailand. Okay, so today's class is Pranayama. Hi, Nikki. Today's class is Pranayama, and I'm going to do a basic Pranayama class, and you'll need, hi, Mary. Hi, Daphne. You'll need, I'm using 3 blankets and 2 blocks. I'm going to show you 2 different ways of doing the reclined position with, if you don't have 3 blankets, you can use 2 blocks and a blanket. So I'm thinking most of you will have that, but 3 blankets is preferable. And hi, Ivy from Zurich. Hello. So we're going to do just a few basic reclining pranayama exercises, and then so long as we have time, we'll sit up to finish the practice. Okay, so under the teachings that I've learned the pranayama, the main practice to begin with is relaxation. So a concept to consider is that, hi Cinti from Manila. Hello Cinti, miss you. Hi Maka, hi. So when the structure of the body, like some of us, you probably heard the idea that asana is preparation for pranayama and or meditation, and part of why that teaching has value is that the spinal column, the spine itself, is the roadway of the energy in the body under the view of yoga. The spine is the roadway for the energy of the body. And what's attached to the spine is the rib cage. So we have the spine, and then we have the rib cage. And when we are breathing, the breath moves into the body through the nose, in pranayama, through the nose, and it moves into the lungs. And now the lungs are housed within the rib cage, and the rib cage is attached to the spine. So what that means is that if the spine is stiff, the ribs will be collapsing. And if the ribs are collapsing, doesn't matter how deep your breath is, you will never achieve this beautiful, expansive quality that we're seeking in pranayama, where we want to have an increase in the length, the depth, the space of the breath, and the quality of the breath. So we have a variety of factors that we're seeking to improve upon in the experience of breathing. Now we know with the breath has a direct correlation to the experience of the thinking mind and the feelings of emotions. And when even just some basic pranayama can definitely create a quantumizing of our emotional rising and falling. So doing some basic pranayama. Now, however, to go further, like we do with any practice like asana or anything else, meditation, to go further, one of the key aspects is learning to become relaxed with the physical body, relaxed, but open. Often without good practice, without good training, what happens is we recognize relaxation with being heavy. You relax and you're heavy. So in pranayama, we begin to learn this very unique combination of being relaxed and spacious, open. So good asana helps us to have that capacity in the ribs, in the trunk itself, in the physical body. We want to have both a relaxed physical body and an open body. Okay, the trunk itself, we're going to begin with the trunk being supported. So I'm going to talk you through a shavasana for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to sit up, and then I'm going to discuss the practice, and then we'll do the practice, and we'll do like that. So we're going to begin in shavasana. So I want you to take your blankets and begin with your blankets in the classical position of the blanket. I'll make it this way. So the blanket is just folded like you would have for sarvangasana, for shoulder stand. And now we want to keep it long. So now we fold it like this position, where you fold it one time forward and one time back. So watch again. The blanket is folded one time forward and one time back. So we have a 3-fold blanket like that. And you take the soft edge, see the soft edge, not the rough edge. See the rough edge? You want the soft edge of the blanket. And you're going to put that in the middle of your mat. In the middle of your mat. And you put this in the middle of the mat, and you put the other end at the top of the mat where the head will go. And you take another blanket and do the same thing. So the same thing. You fold it one time forward and one time back. So now we have 2 blankets in this 3-fold. And you put them on top of each other. Okay? Now, the top blanket is pulled back. So you see there's a little step to the blankets. And so you have a little step which allows, this is where the lower back is going to rest, with the buttock on the floor and the spine on the blankets. Okay? Now, the third blanket, you're going to fold the blanket, holding the short edge. You can either fold it in half, just like that, or you could fold it with the long edge. You could go one forward, one back. So it's the same fold, but it's now the wider position. And you use that for a pillow. And that goes at the top. That goes at the top. Okay? So the blankets, I'm going to move the camera. I know that might be a little crazy, but let's try. The blankets. Okay. Okay. Now, when you sit down so that your pelvis is on the floor. You sit down in front of the blankets, so when you lie back, the lower back is resting here against the step of the blankets. So you sit down and then you lie back. And then I just measure. I have to have the blanket for the head pulled up. We want the blanket snug so it's right underneath my neck, touching the top of the shoulders. Okay? Then, tuck your shirt in, put your pants on. Okay, now, once you're here, we want to make the buttock flesh move down. So you use your hands and you move. I lift my pelvis and I move so that this part of the abdomen descends down and the lower back becomes more flat. We don't want the abdomen lifting up and the lower back in a deep arch. You iron the buttock down, widen your seat, and let the abdomen descend towards that flattening. Now, you want to work on getting yourself comfortable. The skin of the upper back should flow down the back. So you take your opposite hand under the armpit and you move the shoulder blade down, the skin down, all the way down like that. And do the other side. Shoulder blade, skin, back skin goes down. And then I adjust my buttock again. There should be support of the blankets on the lumbar spine. Now, if 2 blankets like this is too much, if it feels uncomfortable for the low back, just use one. Use the same head pillow and one below. Now, here's where we start to learn. We're going to do Shavasana, but I want you to learn that the trunk itself that we're going to focus on for the breath starts at the bottom rib where the diaphragm is. And it's all the way up to the top above the collarbones, top of the shoulders, top of the chest. This part. We want this to be both relaxed and open. It should be very open from the inside out. But from here, at that borderline of the diaphragm, the lowest rib, the abdomen flushes this way and this way as it relaxes. So the abdomen is going to descend and release, but the rib cage stays wildly open, very expanded from inside out. Now you adjust the legs, move the legs away from each other slightly. And then once you've adjusted all the parts, back of the skull away from the shoulder so the neck is flat, you turn the arms open and let the arms rest by your side. Now, we're going to take a few minutes of Shavasana. So now you begin, you can settle yourself deeply and then close your eyes. And you begin to simply relax your physical body. Relax. Let the legs release. The inner legs release down towards the floor. And the legs gently roll out. Pelvis heavy to the floor. Buttock bones heavy. Now, the spine is the roadway for the energy. You can feel the spine on the blankets. There's this current of energy in the spine. Now, the rib cage is attached to the spine, but because of the support of the blankets, there's this opening. The back of the trunk is supported. You relax the trunk upon the blankets. But from this back plane of the body, the rib cage unfolds upwards and outwards. Within this relaxation, there is an opening. Relax the base of your throat. Relax the root of your tongue. The upper palate of your mouth. Relax the upper palate of your mouth. And then release the roof of the bridge of your nose. The roof of the bridge of your nose. Release here. And allow the roof of the bridge of the nose to relax away from the upper palate of the mouth. They gently and quietly distance themselves. Relax deeply. Let go completely here. relaxing the physical body, the rib cage, relaxing deeply from inside. Now, the abdomen releases, the skin of the abdomen releases, and it flows away from the ribs and the diaphragm. Soften the skin and let the abdomen descend. The organs descend. The abdominal muscles deeply relax. And it gets this very slow release. It's like the waters of the belly, like retreating down like a outgoing tide, and release away from the ribs. The rib cage stays open. The rib cage has this more expansive quality to it. A lightness from inside. Notice your breath now moving through your nose, just a natural breath, and you begin to inhale slowly, softly, and exhale slowly and softly. So there's no drama, there's no control. It's just a slow, soft inhalation, slow, soft exhalation. And you begin to notice the rhythm of this energy. Now, you don't make sound. You don't like apply artificial sound to it, but you listen for the breath. Eyes closed, body relaxed, and you listen for the breath. You tune to the subtle sound quality to your breath. Just a slow, soft inhalation. Watching the quality of the breath, like there's a sort of a zigzaggy, hoppy quality in the beginning. Just soften, slowly inhaling, slowly exhaling. So at your own speed. No aggression, no effort even. It's just a slow, soft quality to the rhythm of your breath. In and out. Notice how the breath is a little faster at the beginning, or it's a little stuck in the middle, or it's a little sharp in the end on exhale or inhale. Just notice the qualities, observe the qualities. Slower, softer inhalations, slower, softer exhalations. Just go with this rhythm. Okay. Now, you can bend your knees, roll to your right, and then you can just look to the camera. You could sit up or whatever. Usually, like in class, like I'll have students come close so you get a good look, but you're right here, so maybe you don't have to move. Like as you wish. Or you can just carry on eating your spaghetti vongoli or whatever as you watch like it's a TV show. Either way, it's cool. Okay, because pranayama is about as exciting as watching grass grow. So like, It's cool if you find it entertaining. Okay, so the rib cage is growing from the back around and up together to the center at the front. So we want the rib cage to remain open. We don't want a collapsing of the diaphragm here or the sternum here. We want this to be open. It's like each rib is like, it's like Roman blinds, and the blinds open, and from that opening there's like the light of pranic energy in the breath that comes through. We want this, a lightness, alertness. So the rib cage stays open. But the abdomen, from the diaphragm down, we want to learn how to release this more. So we're going to focus on an Ujjai exhalation. And so what we're going to do is take a fresh, deep inhale. At the top, you pause with the breath in, and you maintain this opening of the chest, and then from here, it's a slow, deep exhalation, and the abdomen descends, and it retreats back, and the abdomen goes back towards the back of the trunk, and it releases towards the pelvis and out through the legs. So there's a descending and an outflowing with the exhalation to leave the abdomen more and more released, deflated, exhaling. So the inhalation is full, it's deep, but it's not a long breath. It's just inhale till you're full. You pause, and then you exhale. Okay, so I'll do two here now. I mean, I don't know if you can see anything anyway, but I'll do two here. And because you're doing a long extension in the exhalation, at the very bottom, you want to pay attention to the very bottom of the bottom of the bottle. Because the exhale, at the very end, we have a deep desire to inhale again, and so often we'll miss the end of the exhale. So just be patient, and you grow the extension over the rounds of breath that we do. And then you take a fresh inhale, and you can take a full cycle of breath between your next slow, deep exhale. Okay, so you just monitor yourself. You want to stay relaxed. Okay, I'll show you. Inhale, exhale, and again. And then you begin again. So the exhalation's slow. The key is that it's just slow and deep. We're working to extend the breath, but without stress. Let's begin. So you can lie down if you're not already. Adjust your legs. Adjust your trunk. Skin of the back flowing down, down. Back of the skull away from the shoulders. Settle the trunk. Release the arms. Close the eyes. Let the throat release, the root of the tongue, upper palate of the mouth, the roof of the bridge of your nose. Relax deeply. Practice Ujjai exhalation, where the exhalation is slow and deep. It's extending maintaining a deep quality to the exhalation. Start with a full exhale and just empty your system completely. And then a full deep inhale, fill the lungs to the very top, open and hold at the top. Then begin slowly exhaling. Exhaling and letting the abdomen deflate. Slow exhale. Deep exhale. Long exhale. To the bottom of the exhale, bottom of the exhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And when you're done at the bottom, you inhale and exhale. Pause. And begin again. Exhale first to empty. Deep inhale to the top, fill the lungs. Pausing. And then you exhale slowly. Slowly exhaling. Deeply exhaling. Let the abdomen descend. Releasing the waters of the belly as it exhales down the lower abdomen into the pelvic region. Exhaling. And you keep exhaling, exhaling, exhaling to the very end of the end of the end. Exhale. Then inhale, exhale. And you carry on. Continue with this Ujjai exhalation. Exhale first, empty, then inhale to the top, fill the lungs, and pause. Begin exhaling. Notice the breath. Notice what quality it has as you're descending. Exhaling, exhaling. Notice how smooth it is. Easy, smooth, deep. Follow it to the bottom. Exhale. The breath leaves the pelvis, the very bottom of the breath, out through the pelvis. Exhale, empty. And then inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. The rib cage stays open. The side ribs are very long to the armpit. The front ribs are very broad. Collarbones broad. Jaw relaxed. Exhale, empty. Inhale fully to the top. Fill the lungs. And begin slow exhalation. Deflating the pressure of the abdomen. Deep exhalation. Smooth. Exhaling both right and left. Exhaling both channels. Exhaling. The energy flows out through the pelvis. Releasing the waters like a great river to the ocean. Releasing out. The bottom, at the bottom, at the bottom. Then inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Again, exhale completely. Then inhale deeply, fill the lungs. Very top. Pause. Begin smoothly on both sides. Exhale. Notice the skin of the abdomen. Soften the skin. Exhaling as you release. Exhaling as you release. Releasing all the way down. Pit of the abdomen. Through the pelvis. Find the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the exhale. Releasing empty. Inhale and exhale. So we're working to extend the exhale so it's longer. And this length, as the breath extends longer on the exhalation, we expand the space of the exhalation, the space of the exhale. Now we can do 2 rounds of exhalation linked together with 1 inhale. Exhale deeply, empty completely. Now full deep inhale. Fill the lungs. Inhale to the top. Hold. And begin. Exhaling, exhaling, emptying all the way to the bottom. Find the bottom. Exhale, exhale, irrigating to the very bottom of the bottom of the bottom. Exhale. There's like a little push at the end to finish the breath. Then you inhale deeply, fill the lungs again. Deeply inhale, fill the lungs, and begin one more. Slowly exhale. Slowly exhale. Releasing the abdomen. Relaxing the abdominal organs. Releasing the breath slowly. Pit of the abdomen. Relaxing deeply. Exhaling through the pelvis. Exhaling all the way out. Release the very last drops of the breath. Then inhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Relax for a moment deeply. Let everything relax. Okay. Now, again, roll to your side and look to me. You can sit up or whatever, or just like look over. So this exhalation is a great starting point to train us that the exhalation is here, which means that the inhalation is going to be here. We want the inhalation to expand from the diaphragm to the top chest. We want this to expand. So when you're inhaling, during the inhalation phase, the abdomen doesn't rise. This part doesn't go up. This part stays deflated, stays very relaxed, free. The waters are running out through the pelvis, okay? So there's this release here, and the diaphragm becomes very exposed. So the breathing muscle, the main breathing muscle right here, it's free because of the deflation of the abdomen. So now, when we inhale, we're going to do what is called Viloma inhalation, which simply means that we're going to interrupt the inhalation a few times from the beginning to the end of the inhalation. We're going to inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause. And so in order to do that well, we want to identify where the breath is. We inhale from the bottom to the top. And you can consider that like we have two lungs. Two lungs. Well, don't consider we have two lungs. And we are going to inhale from the bottom to the top, filling them into 3 separate compartments. From the bottom, we're going to inhale up 1/3 of the lung and pause. Inhale up the second third of the lung and pause. And then we inhale to the top third of both lungs and we pause. Same inhalation. We start from the bottom and inhale all the way up, filling the lungs to a full capacity, and we pause. Then we inhale and we puff the top of the lungs like a half balloon, and we pause. And the final section is just below the breast line here on the front chest, and it's like a little pocket that we inhale and it inflates forward. There's like right at the bottom of the breast line where it meets the ribs, there's this like spongy tissue, and we inflate this part forward. So the inhalation is interrupted. It's one inhale, and as an example, it's like from the bottom of the lungs, we inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause. From the bottom, we inhale to the top, pause. Inhale, ballooning the lungs, pause. And then inhale this pocket at the front, inhale, pause. Then we exhale without losing this expansion of the inner body. the lightness of the inner body remains as the breath releases out. So we will do this section by section during one inhalation. So in the beginning, because there's these different sections, you're training yourself to extend the breath, and you're training yourself to expand the space of the breath inside, because we're filling up all these compartments. Sometimes we breathe, we're just filling up this narrow compartment. It feels like the breath is full, but there's this potential of the lungs that we haven't touched yet. We're aiming to touch all sides of the lungs from inside out. Okay? So we're going to do Viloma inhalation. You can lie down on your back with your blankets. Lie down on your back. Hello, Winston. I see you. Hi, Rebecca. I see you. So cool. It's almost like we're together. Lie down and now adjust yourself. So you adjust yourself with the shoulders. We want the shoulders to flow down the back. Don't have the shoulders going up. Shoulders go down the back. The skin of the back flows down to the buttock. And when you're lying down, again, use your hands and move the buttock flesh down so the low back's flat. Abdomen releases. Do your adjustments for the shoulders and the skin, back of the skull. So you get yourself nice and comfortable. The spine is supported on the blankets and the ribs are wildly open. Release the arms to the side when you're ready. We're going to practice Viloma inhalation. Viloma inhalation. Relax the abdomen. As your eyes close, you turn your inner vision down towards the lungs. The eyes go down. Relax deeply. The base of the throat and the root of the tongue. Relax deeply. Base of the throat, the root of the tongue. Then relax the upper palate of your mouth. Inside releases. Then you relax the roof of the bridge of your nose. Release deeply. Now relaxing the whole body. We're going to practice Viloma inhalation. We always start pranayama on a full exhale to empty, so we begin with a fresh breath. I'm going to talk you through as we inhale up the sections of the lungs. Begin with a deep exhale, empty the body. Exhale, exhale, exhale. At the bottom, hold and begin. Inhale the first third of the lungs, pause. Inhale the second third of the lungs, pause. Inhale to the top of the lungs, pause. From the bottom of the lungs, inhale to fill them fully, pause. Inhale and balloon the top of the lungs under the collarbones, pause. Inhale the pocket at the front chest, inhale, pause. Then exhale, let go, let the breath flow out. Relax deeply, relax your jaw, relax your eyes. Let the whole body relax. Tuning into the deeper energy. Exhale completely, empty. And from the bottom, begin. Inhale, pause. Inhale the second part, pause. Inhale the top compartment of the lungs, pause. From the bottom of the lungs, inhale, filling them to the top, pause. Inhale, balloon the top of the lungs, filled, pause. Inhale, inflate the pocket at the front chest, pause with this fullness of energy. When you're ready, you exhale and release. So it's a very calm exercise. You don't want it to be overly intense. It's just learning to extend the breath with these interruptions. Investigating the depth the space of the breath, the length of the breath. Exhale completely, empty, and begin Viloma. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause at the top. From the bottom of the lungs, inhale fully to the top again, pause. Inhale, balloon the top of the lungs, pause. The front pocket, inhale, opening the chest, pause. Then exhale and empty, releasing the breath as necessary. Exhale, 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 exhale. We do 2 more. Relax the body. Let the muscles of the back should be relaxed. Armpits open. The arms turned out. Deeply relax. In this relaxation, the ribs and the lungs themselves, as they relax, they are light and open. Exhale, completely empty. Pause. Then begin. Inhale, pause, first third. Inhale, pause, second third. Inhale to the top of the lungs, pause. From the bottom of the lungs, inhale to the top, pause at that fullness. Inhale, balloon the lungs full, pause. Now inhale and open the front pocket of the chest. Pause. When you're ready, exhale as you empty, release, 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 release. Take a natural breath. We're going to do 1 more. Exhale, empty. Pause here and begin. Inhale, pause, both lungs even. Inhale, pause, right and left even. Inhale to the top of the lungs, pause. From the bottom of the lungs, inhale, inflate, both full, pause. Inhale, balloon the lungs at the top like cylinders, pause. And inhale, the pocket at the front of the chest, open fully, and pause. Exhale as you empty, exhale, exhale, releasing out completely. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Take a natural breath, inhale and exhale. Okay, now roll to your side and sit up. Okay, so now we're gonna do a sitting exercise to finish. It's getting a little dark in here. Is that better? I don't know. So now we're gonna sit. I want you to use, optimally you'd use 2 blankets to sit on. You want to be upright, comfortable. I mean, you can, sometimes I'll sit in lotus, like you can sit how you want, but as a way of learning, let's be more upright. So we're gonna sit, 2 blankets or whatever you're using that would be kind of in lieu of that. Now, when you're sitting, legs crossed, we have to again take on that. We have to consider the idea that the spine is the road for the energy, and the rib cage is attached. So when you're sitting up, it's way more difficult. At least in my learning with my teachers, it is way more challenging because I'll do the side view. We are so habituated to go over. We lose the vitality of the spine and then the collarbones drop and the ribs close. And so what happens is you can breathe all day long, but your lungs are already sort of, they're being oppressed. The lungs get oppressed by the contraction of the ribs and the spine. So we want this beautiful energy in the spine. The spine is like this column of brilliant light energy, the spine. And the ribs have this amazing, like, there's like this flowering petal-like aliveness that wrap around the lungs. What they don't do is the ribs don't pull the lungs back and down, you know, like when when a drunk friend is hugging you, ugh, you know, not like that. That's a weird metaphor. I never used it, but I did. But the spine is upright, this beautiful column of energy, and the ribs, they grow out from there together, housing the lungs. So the sternum is vertical, the diaphragm is beautifully perpendicular. Okay, so now when we're sitting, what is helpful is to have a third blanket that we had folded for the spine to be on the lap, so that when you're sitting, you can turn your palms up and put your hands on the blanket so they're not as far down. If the further the arms drop, the more we do the drunk hug person where you round over, you know. So the blanket is a nice elevation to the hands, and the palms, you turn the palms up as an exercise to keep the armpits open. The biceps roll from inside to outside, like that. And in the beginning, it feels like you're like, ugh. It feels like you're like, ugh. You know, it feels really awkward. But actually, many times for me, I'll you know, do the positioning, and I'll check myself in a mirror, and I'm like, whoa. It'll be like, I'll feel like I'm upright, but I'm actually really collapsed. So we want to adjust, and it's like learning a language where you have to accentuate specific techniques for a while, accentuate them in order for the mind to catch and the body to follow. The mind has to catch, oh, collapsing. The collarbones float and broaden. The collarbones don't narrow and descend. They float and they broaden. Okay. Now you adjust your seat so you have a widening of your seat. Hi, Rule. Hi, Mike. Okay. Shouldn't say hi during pranayama, I know. Okay, so now in the seated position, you want to be sitting directly on your buttock bones. Don't rock forward or back. Be directly on your buttock bones and let the spine, the column, the vertical power of the spine, that magic power of the spine, extend to the crown of the head. Now we're going to do just a simple exercise to finish. It's very simple. We're just going to do inhalation and exhalation together. No interruptions. Just inhaling slowly and deeply and exhaling slowly and deeply. And we'll just do a few rounds to sort of cleanse the system in a balanced way. But now, how we do it is when you inhale, you're going to focus on the inhalation moving from bottom to top, and it's going to move first. It's going to move upwards and touch the inner face of the sternum. So if the sternum is like a vertical plate, and we want the breath to touch the inner surface of the sternum, boo, then we touch the armpit chest, like the side ribs, with the breath. And then the third point is you inhale just a little bit more, and there's a slight effort in that last phase of the inhalation where it draws up and it creates spaciousness around the top edge of the lungs under the collarbones around all sides. So it's like the circumferential expansion. So first the inhale touches the inner surface of the sternum, pop. Then it touches the side ribs. And then you pull the breath, just a little effort, and you draw it a little bit more and it opens. It's like a steam, a cloud of steam that expands the very top. So you have this, you want to have, the key is that when you're doing the inhalation, you don't stop when you're comfortable. You kind of growing the inhalation. There's a slight pushing against the resistance of our limitation. Then, when you exhale down the back, the skin of the back. You exhale down the skin of the back, and you let the skin of the back go down. And then you inhale, sternum, side ribs, and then you pull a little more breath to the very top. And then you exhale down the skin of the back. So it's this cycle, up the front and the sides, down the back. It's just like this very simple, soft, deep current. The whole while the spine is long. Turn your palms face up. Okay, we're not even going to do Jalandhara today. Just sit up and close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, observe your spine. This incredible power. The spine is the power. And with the spinal column, this illumination of the spinal column, then you notice the ribs. It's a little more challenging to relax in this formal position, but you keep this power and you relax. But remember, the relaxation is not heavy. It is a relaxed lightness, an openness. Okay, so now with your eyes closed, it's very simple. You begin inhaling. It's a slow, soft, deep inhale. And you make contact with the inner surface of the sternum, and then the side walls of the chest. And you draw a little bit more inhale as you fill the lungs to the very top, expanding circumferentially. As you exhale, very slowly, you go down the skin of the back. And the skin of the back flows down like a waterfall with the exhalation, drawing down, and it pools at the base. And you begin inhaling again. You go up. You touch the inner surface of the sternum. Touch the side walls of the trunk, the side armpits. Pull the breath to the very top. Find that expansion. And then exhale and follow the skin of the back. Go down the inner edges of the shoulder blades. The skin flows down the inner edges of the shoulder blades all the way down and then to the base, and it pools. Yeah, go easy. Keep going. Keep going. You just follow this rhythm. Inhaling slowly, softly. Sternum, side chest, top, pool and open. And then exhale and slowly you wash down the inner edges of the shoulder blades. Skin of the back flows down. Exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. At the very bottom it pools back to the inhale. You just find this balance. No stress. You just find this combination, find this balance. We're really tuning the energy of the spine. Inhaling, filling, expanding. At the very top, pausing. And then you exhale and you follow the skin down the back. Follow the inner edge of the shoulder blades down the back. Exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. We do two more. And you can practice pausing at the top of your inhalation before a smooth exhalation down the back skin. You can practice pausing at the bottom of the exhalation, the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. You pause before a smooth, soft inhalation to continue up the sternum and the side chest. So you find like there's like just a slight, just a tiny increase to each phase, a slight extension of the inhale, a slight extension of the pause between, a slight extension of the exhalation down the back, down the back, down the back, extending to the bottom of the breath, bottom, and a slight extension of the pause at the end of the exhale. One more time, slow inhale. Soft inhale, deep inhale, lifting the sternum, side chest. Now draw the breath right into the very top. You pause. And you exhale slowly down the back. The inner shoulder blades flow down. The skin flows down. Exhaling, 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 exhaling. The very, very bottom, the end of the end. You pause, exhale and pause, pause. You inhale naturally and exhale. You relax. Very good. Move all your blankets and lie down for a moment. Move all your blankets and lie down. I'm going to talk you just for a moment in Shavasana. Just for a moment. Just lie all the way back. Just for a moment. Shavasana is the practice. It's the deep practice of letting go. Relax the body, spread the feet, the legs apart, spread the arms apart, find an even positioning, and be willing for, especially after some subtle practice like pranayama, you become more acutely aware of the skin, the fascia. Take a minute to adjust. Do a loving adjustment, like adjust yourself and let things fall into place. Let things fall into place. If your body is going, oh, something is not quite right, practice adjusting it. Become like masterful even in the most simplest task. Close your eyes. We're just going to Shavasana for a short moment here. Close your eyes. Now, as you relax your whole body, you don't have to be heavy to be relaxed. Notice this difference. You don't have to be heavy to be relaxed. Relaxing deeply the skin of your face, like the whole covering of your face. Relax. Soften the skin, soften the flesh. Now notice the muscles of your face. Relax the muscles of your face. All the cheek muscles, the nose muscles, the eye muscles, the jaw muscles. Now, observe the space between the muscles of your face and the inner surface of the skin. Notice this space between the muscles of the face and the inner surface of the skin. I leave you guys here. Take care of yourself. Please send me a message. Tell me if that was valuable. If you want me to do it again, I scheduled it for next week again. But let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. Tell me anything. Tell me a joke, whatever. Okay. Sending you my love. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 9:30 for a talk, and 10 o'clock for a short practice. Okay. Namaste, everyone. Bye bye.